Welcome to another episode of Super Blast Processing. Steve, Rob, and Jordan here.
Woo!
We got something that I'm actually looking very forward to. Mighty Number 9.
So what's interesting here, my friend, this game has been beat to a pulp pretty much all over the internet. If you want to learn about the history of it, the disastrous Kickstarter, all of that, maybe we'll touch upon it. Maybe we'll talk a lot about it, but that's not the intent. Because there's a lot on the internet you can read about it. We're here, we just want to play it. We just want to play it and talk about what we see. Now, with that, however, sitting on the couch with us is something that I don't think you see on a lot of the videos online. Sitting on the couch with us is a young Rob who paid several $100s to the Kickstarter.
Yes, I did.
So his opinion is of interest to me.
Okay.
So Steve, go ahead. Steve's driving. He gets to play. Rob and I will discuss.
I thought you were going to say, unlike any other show on this couch, we have three
of the developers.
white males. Just kidding.
Well, I don't know about that. I was just doing main game.
I'm just kidding. I wasn't sure where you were going with that. Don't play my game.
Yeah, do new data. Yeah, there you go. So Rob,
yes,
what the fuck? I want to know everything you feel because you, as opposed to most people, you paid a lot of money to get this game made.
I did go through this.
Yeah.
Rob did show me this bit.
See, Jordan's never watched any of the cutscenes.
I skipped all of them.
I think we should
Alright, so we'll
watch
let it play if you
Okay.
guys want to do your...
Let's just let this... If you can hear the voice, because,
Wow.
by the way, sound balancing right off the bat is awful in this game.
Like a low budget game.
No, it's
not a $4 million
No,
game.
it's just that they didn't adjust the sound volumes to be proper. Here the background music is louder than the voiceover.
It does... It does sound like they're too close together.
I like that. That's a good Photoshop filter.
When suddenly, reverse.
Yeah.
Invert.
You've never seen this, Jordan? Mm. Be prepared for...
I've skipped every one of these.
Be amazed.
Oh, the cutscene is in 2D? Not in 2D, but
Watch, here it
it's, like,
goes.
playable?
Whoa.
Yeah, I haven't seen
totally
any of
worth...
I like all the repeated and synced smoke. It really helps.
Yep. Fucking horrible.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say 2D, but I normally hit start through all that, and then I end up. I'm assuming where we're about to end up.
Yeah.
For a tutorial stage that's very reminiscent of Mega Man X tutorial stage, except
What's happening here, by the way?
It's loading. Be prepared for lots of... By the way, we're playing the Xbox One version, which is significantly faster than the Wii U version.
yeah, the chew on that.
So, as someone who paid several $100s, someone who was really looking forward to a Mega Man spiritual successor,
As promised.
Yes, someone who has played through Mega Man's 1 through 6, played through Mega Man 9 and 10, played through Mega Man 8 on the show, or some of it at least.
Nearly
played
all
Mega
of
Man
it.
X 1 through 6, played Mega Man 0. I like to think...
I've also said that when we come to our video game genres, Rob's genre is platformers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like Shovel Knight and...
That's all you can think of.
Well, no, I mean,
Shovel Knight.
and the list of things he also just mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
All right, so
So
let's see.
I hold his opinion in very high regard.
How's that feel?
when it comes to
Feels nice, huh?
this. The moving? Yeah, moving. Jumping. It doesn't feel horrible.
So,
That's a truck, by the way. That is a truck.
yeah.
It's a...
Does this not look like an iOS game or like an Android phone
Yeah.
game?
Well, here's the problem, and we'll get this right out of the way. The budget for the title was millions of dollars, $4 million. Of course, I know that they didn't. Again, we'll dig into the controversy depending on how long we play this here. But in short, yes, the $4 million didn't go all towards the production of the game. They had to pay for other things. But the biggest problem is that they had to water down the graphics from what they originally... If you go online and search alpha footage, test footage of Mighty Number 9, you'll see a really nice rendered with default assets, mind you. It looked better than this, what we're looking at currently. From the original, just alpha run that they did, to be like, hey, we whipped this up in a week. That's what they said. It's in 1 week we have this footage. Yeah. And they said, we will look back on this footage and laugh and be amazed at how far we've come.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, it's in the YouTube video. It's in the YouTube video. So
Yeah, Rob showed me the footage, and it looks very
I've seen
nice.
the footage,
Very
but
intriguing.
they said we'll look back and laugh at this?
I think they said to look back and be either laugh or be amazed at it, one of those two
Wow.
things. About how
Yeah,
far
we're
they've
amazed,
come.
all right.
Yeah.
But not... Yeah.
So they spread themselves too thin by having to support all these platforms, and they even admit we've never done 10 simultaneous releases at the same time. Let's give a rundown for all of our viewers. We have Yeah, we have Wii U, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, Macintosh, Linux, Vita, and
DS.
the DS, right? What's the 10th one?
3DS maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere, yeah. So we have 10 different versions of this game, and they of course can't make 10 different versions.
And originally all had the same release date too.
Yeah.
Before they kept getting delayed.
So that's a huge mistake. So what's the problem with Mighty Number 9? And a lot of people have videos on this, and I've actually been thinking long and hard about why this game just doesn't feel great to me.
Why doesn't it feel great to you,
It
Rob?
actually... Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jordan. I'm sorry. I'm so lost in thought. So the main mechanic...
Steve, what do you think so far?
I'm tired of waiting these fucking goddamn things. All right, okay, I'll kill him.
You liking it? No, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Rob.
no, it's okay. So here we're gonna be introduced to the first mechanic of the game. Boom. The main mechanic
I was like, it's the only mechanic in
is
the game.
absorbing enemies. The problem with absorbing enemies is as follows. As you can see, Beck can dash. Great.
Very Mega Man X-y.
Very Mega Man X-y. Now, for anyone who's ever played Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man ZX, any of the games that spawned from Mega Man X, which of course spawned from the original Mega Man, is that X can cling to walls. It's a huge mechanic in the games. It makes the level design a lot more interesting and fun. Beck can grab on the stuff here, but he can't...
Ledges only.
Yeah, he can't cling to the side of walls. The problem with this is that they design levels where you have enemies you have to shoot, and you
And, like,
have to
dash
dash
into.
at them. But when you dash at them, there's insta-deaths everywhere. And we're gonna see that in the stage design here. And ultimately, the stage design, the core concepts of the game mechanic itself, and the positioning of having this to be a semi-quasi Mega Man but with X-style functionality with the dashing in it, it does not blend well at all.
Yeah, I would agree.
If they just had this be a classic, like, run across and
There's
shoot...
the pizza fire.
Yep, pizza fire, as we know.
Pizza fire?
Another thing I want to point out is, Steve, do you know what any of these circles are that you're picking up?
There's like a fiery looking one.
Yeah,
Right.
so like the thing...
But what does it do? Do you know what it does?
Like what you picked up,
I
do you
can't
know what it
really
does?
tell. No.
Yeah, it's an extra life.
No, the fiery one was double double damage, I think.
I meant to the left of the block.
Oh, that. Yeah, that isn't explained at all.
Yeah. So yes. So that's the like from a core gameplay mechanic standpoint. I
Why
want
would
there
it
to be.
reminded that the buttons are attack and jump still? Do you notice that?
Yeah, it does that a lot. There's actually a really comical
there's a
part
couple-
with that, but we'll
yeah,
get
later
into
in the
that
game.
later. So ultimately, the gameplay falls short for me. But other things that are annoying too is, and nobody's ever mentioned this, the story takes such liberty with the fact that it's like, hey, it's Mega Man, but not
Wink,
quite
wink,
Mega
wink,
Man.
wink, wink, wink.
Exactly. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the opening...
What do you mean by that, Rob?
Well, if you look at the opening... I'm sorry, I'm going into a diatribe here.
No, it's great. I'm actually timing how long...
Oh, thank you. If you look at the
Yeah,
opening
how long you go.
cutscene, if you look at the story through the whole game...
Oh, Shield guy.
Yep, Shield dude, look out.
Does he look familiar to another enemy you may remember?
like from literally the first Mega Man game
Yeah.
all through all the other Mega Man games, yeah. So, and that's another thing we'll get into too is character design, but we'll get into that. So, what was I going to say? Wow, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
Something about young Indiana Jones?
No. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. They take liberty with the fact that it's like it's Mega Man, but it's not. Like they imply here that like Beck is like friends with the robots, and that there's like here's the present year, and like there's a robot coliseum, all this stuff. Like it's the world from Mega Man, but it's not. So like you just have to kind of fill in the blanks, like where these robots came from, like who is Beck's creator? Like, are we supposed to care about these characters? We've just been introduced to them.
Is it Dr. Light?
That's what it seems like, and it's frustrating to me that they had so much time, and the game's been delayed so many times. They had so much time to really refine what matters, and which is to me the gameplay. And if you want to make a story, make a decent story. It's a mix of Mega Man X and Mega Man, and just not enough's explained, and it's just lame. It just comes across as lazy to me. So I'm sorry. But other questions for me, Jordan? I apologize.
No, that was that was pretty good.
If you want more to talk about like enemy design. Another big letdown for me being, again, hundreds of dollars I spent on putting into this. Not that means I should get something more out of it. I backed the game. It wasn't, but still.
They didn't force you to.
No,
you
they didn't force me to. But because
Yeah.
I trusted Inafune. I trusted his vision. I love supporting indie titles. Now, keep in mind, Shovel Knight, which everybody makes fun of me on the show for, but is a wonderful indie game. It's really well done.
Oh, yeah.
It's done in the same style as NES.
Boy, after seeing this, going back to Shovel Knight is like, well, this is the real Mega Man sequel. Funny enough.
Ironically,
yeah,
you're absolutely right.
It's like, oh, this does feel like a Mega Man sequel.
Yep, 100%. And that had a $300,000 Kickstarter,
something like that, 370,
campaign.
350.
Yeah, they're still putting out their content that they promised for all the expanded extra goals they reached, but it does what it came across to do. It's a wonderful throwback to the NES titles of old, and it's its own creation. Meanwhile, we get this. The enemy design alone is so uninspired that the stages recycle a lot of the same enemies.
Into him. I probably shouldn't tell you that.
Yeah, you have to dash into him, otherwise he heals up.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way... Yeah,
which I couldn't figure out the first time I played either,
yep,
so...
yeah, so silly. By the way, don't you just love the gigantic health bar at the bottom? Anyway. I'm saying anyway a billion times. So, the enemies are reused, and the stages are all themed. You would think that they would have themed enemies. Of all things. But they don't even have... Some stages have themed enemies, and when I see them, I'm like, oh, neat.
Yeah, they stand out, actually.
Yes, absolutely. And you look back at games. See, here's what I mean. What do you mean? What's happening here?
What is he doing?
Why does Beck have the ability to revert the robots? It's never explained. None of this is explained. In fact, the Doctor himself acts surprised in the intro stage that you can absorb enemies, and he says, and I quote, even though I designed you to do that. Like, you designed him to do that! And then he says, oh, Beck, you're out of the shop? Like, surprised. Why was Beck in the shop in the first place? Was he fighting an injured? Who knows? Next time on Super Blast Processing, we're going to find out.
We're going to play some more Mighty Number 9.
We're going to be mighty pissed about it.